Welcome back, Curry Crew. Today we have another delicious recipe. We're gonna be making flan, but with a tropical twist. So let's get into it. So guys, like the title of the video says, today we're gonna be making a delicious mango flan. It is gonna be absolutely amazing. The recipe is pretty simple, but it does have a couple of technical steps. So just make sure that you follow the video, follow the steps accordingly, and you'll crush it in no time. So with that, let's get into it. Hey everyone, today we're whipping up something sweet and delicious. It is a classic with a tropical twist. We're gonna make a mango flan with a luscious vanilla caramel topping. So let's get started. First up, we're gonna make our dreamy vanilla caramel. Grab a saucepan and add in 1 cup of sugar and a splash of water, roughly about a 1/4 cup. Give it a gentle stir just to mix it up, then turn the heat to medium. We're aiming for that perfect deep amber color, so we gotta keep an eye on it. Pro tip, swirl the pan to evenly distribute the heat and prevent any sugar from sticking. This will take roughly about 8 to 10 minutes, so patience is key. Once it's that beautiful amber hue, take it off the heat and add a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Give it a good mix. You'll hear a sizzle, but that's totally normal. It's just because our caramel is really hot. Pour that delicious caramel into your ramekins, making sure to coat the bottoms and a bit up the sides. Be really careful with this step. Our caramel will be really hot, so you don't want to burn yourself. Now, once you do that, let it cool while we make our filling. So into a bowl, we're gonna make our flan custard. So we're gonna add in 6 eggs and whisk until they're just combined. No need to overdo it. We don't want too much air in our filling. Pour in a can of evaporated milk, as well as a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, and 1 1/4 cup of mango puree or pulp. Also, don't forget to add in a teaspoon of cardamom powder for that extra flavor punch. Give it all a good mix until everything's nice and smooth. This mixture is going to give our flan that amazing tropical mango goodness. Now, in order to bake our flans, first we're gonna preheat our oven to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit or roughly 175 degrees Celsius. Now, we're gonna take our custard mixture that we made and we're gonna carefully pour that into our caramel coated ramekins, filling them about 70 to 80% of the way up. Now, let's set them into a larger baking tray. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a water bath by adding in warm water into the baking tray, roughly about 1 inch or so deep. That way it will help our flan bake evenly and stay silky smooth. Pop them in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes or until the edges are set but the center is still jiggly. That's the sign of a perfect flan. Once it's done, take it out of the oven and let it set on the side. We're gonna let it cool in the water bath for a bit, but then we're gonna transfer it onto a wire rack on the countertop to cool completely. Once that it cools down, we're gonna place it in the fridge for a couple of hours until they are nicely set. Now, once that is done, we are ready for our grand finale, which is removing them from our ramekins. So a pro tip, we're gonna dip the ramekins in warm water for a few seconds just to loosen that caramel on the bottom. Then we're gonna take a butter knife and we're gonna run it around the edges just so that it separates the flan from our bowl so that it flips out nicely. Then place a plate on top of your ramekin and then holding it tightly and being very careful, flip it. And voila, you got yourself a gorgeous mango flan with a shiny caramel topping. All that's left is for you to dig in and enjoy this creamy tropical dessert. So guys, if you try this recipe, let us know how it turns out in the comments below and keep on cooking.